extensions do you need? How many cars can you drive at once? How many houses can you live in? You can only drive one car at once. You don't need 10. You can only live in one house at a time. You don't need 20. We want tax justice. The public health system is failing. Climate change is coming. We can't even address what's happened after Cyclone Gabrielle. People are still waiting, homeless. And there'll be much more of that. We cannot address these huge crises that are coming down in our society unless we tax the ultra-rich who are getting away with murder. Prices up in every store. Tax the rich and not the poor. Prices up in every store. Tax the rich and not the poor.
Thank you.
Tax justice protest here today. Come and join the protest for tax justice. Put pressure on the government to act. The government have admitted that the very wealthiest New Zealanders are not paying the same amount of tax as the rest of us. They're not paying even the same amount of tax as the poorest of us. This is an injustice. Our health system is failing. We can't address the terrible devastation that was caused by Cyclone Gabrielle. We need these monies to pay for the awful things that are descending on our society. Okay, could all people, the speakers are going to come here to the mic, official speakers gather here. And official speakers, if you really got something to say about the tax justice system and you're stuck. Pardon me, we've got a speakers list. Tax justice protest here today. Join the protest for tax justice. The government, the Labour government, has admitted that the wealthiest New Zealanders and foreigners who live in this country are not paying their fair amount of tax. The wealthiest of New Zealanders are paying less tax than the majority. They're paying less tax than the 20% of poorest New Zealanders. This injustice needs to be addressed. Prices up in every store. Tax the rich and not the poor. Tax justice. Protest for tax justice here today. Prices up in every store. Tax the rich and not the poor. Gather here today for tax justice. Show the government that taxing poor people more than rich people is an injustice that needs to be changed. Our health system is crumbling. We need the funding. Our health system is crumbling. We need the funding. What do we want? Tax justice. When do we want it? Join the campaign for tax justice. Come and show the government that we need to tax the rich to pay for our health system. We need to tax the rich to pay for the devastation caused by Cyclone Gabrielle, and also the crumbling other climate catastrophes that are barreling down on this country and the world. No longer can we accept tax justice when the rich are not paying their share. How can we address this question? Come and put pressure on the government. Join the campaign for tax justice. Come and find out how we can change this injustice. How can we pay for cyclone recovery? How can we shore up our crumbling health system unless we tax the rich? It can't be done. If your grandmother can't get a hip done, you're on a waiting list. If your uncle has been diagnosed with prostate cancer so he can get the proper treatment, needs to be put on a waiting list, then you know that our health system needs proper funding, and it's not coming. Pay the tax for the poor, tax the rich even more. They can afford it. More than 20% of New Zealanders pay more tax than the wealthiest New Zealanders do. What do we want? Tax justice. When do we want it? What do we want? Tax justice. When do we want it? What do we want? Tax justice. When do we want it?
Job
What do we want?
Who's going to go buy a job
When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
That's why when I was saying hi,
I know.
I remember the first protest against apartheid were six retired ladies marching up the street, up the footpath. Today, this campaign has started with way more than that. It can only build. Every one of you people here today have made it out of a wet footpath. Needs to pat yourselves on the back. This is a campaign that will not go away. Tax justice cannot be ignored. tax injustice cannot be ignored where our health system is crumbling. Tax justice cannot be ignored when our society's infrastructure is being destroyed by climate change. When rural communities and towns are being cut off by huge climate change fueled storms, we know that the tax is no longer depending on the poorest and the most vulnerable, that the wealthy need to pay their share. The wealthiest New Zealanders are paying less tax than you. Join the protest.
Tēnā koutou katoa, welcome all, and welcome to the Tax the Rich rally. Sorry, the weather's a bit, but welcome to make it all out. I'm your MC, Mr. Pennybag.
Yes. And I'm Joe, and I'm from the Unite Union. We've got a lot of speakers here. All the speakers who are supposed to speak down this way, come up here. And if we get the Tax the Rich banner from Extinction Rebellion, and yeah, a lot of people with placards behind the speakers as well, please, okay?
So first off, we've got Mike Green from Unite Union to talk about that.
Hi everybody. I want to take a couple of minutes to try to question as to why we're standing out here in the rain and why we're calling for tax justice. New Zealand is an extraordinary country.
Thanks for coming, mate.
In that I think it is probably the most unequal, unfair and unjust tax system in the whole goddamn world. Working people in this country pay more of their income in tax
than in almost any other country. Go to Australia, go to the UK. The first $20,000 of your income is not taxed at all. In New Zealand, we begin at 10 and then we're up to 20 and we pay GST on top. We're paying a third of our income in tax. Have they asked us if we like that? No. But they treat the income of the rich as untouchable. They have created a culture whereby you can enrich yourself through capital gains and wealth and never expect your wealth increase to be taxed at all. It creates a corrupt and distorted economy where people are farming for capital gains, not for production. It creates an economy that is oriented towards sitting on your ass and accumulating wealth rather than working and doing something useful.
Yep.
What sort of society is that? Why is it that so many people generate this activity with all this sitting on your ass waiting for your income or your wealth to increase? So, tax justice we need, fair taxes we need, honesty we need, and it's extraordinary that this government is so blind to it with so much is needed to be done.
For this round, banks get bailed out, we get sold out. 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 Which one do you prefer? I'm brilliant. As the next in our speaking list, we have Chloe Corbett from the Cardigan Community Party for the Green Party. And they want to tax the rich.
Kia ora te whānau. I'm very proud to be standing here in Auckland Central to make it really, really clear what the Green Party stand for this election and actually last election and all elections, which is against an economic system that exploits both people and the planet. That is a political decision, it is not an inevitability. And actually the government knows this stuff because it commissioned research which was published at the beginning of this year which told us not only that we have the 136th tax system in the world for addressing inequality, but also that the 311 wealthiest families in this country hold
Why don't you show your identity? Why don't you show your identity, mate?
That's approximately 2.4% of all
You're horrible.
wealth in this country. More
You're horrible.
than the bottom half.
Why don't you show your
New
identity?
Zealanders. The
Who are you? What do you want?
2.5 million New Zealanders hold.
What do you
At
want?
just 2% of that
What do you
wealth.
want?
That
What do you want
stuff is
from
not
your
an
life, from society, from other
inevitability.
people?
It is
What do you
a
want?
consequence of the tax system, which was created through political decisions, which see those wealthiest 311 families pay an effective tax rate less than half of the average
What do you
New
want?
Zealander.
Are you
the
happy?
government knows this, and it made conscious decisions
What makes you
not
come here?
to fix it.
I am.
And that is where we're imploring all of you to realise your political power this election, but not just in the election cycle, all day,
I'm happy.
every day, in organising, in unionising, and in
Just a
working
little
with
wild
your
at people that
neighbours the people who you know on
Want it
your
bad for
street,
other
in
people?
your workplace, and in your community. Because change does not come from the top down. The incentives
Why do you make time to come here?
from the status quo are not to change this system. But the people who are here, look around.
I've heard you do horrible
That
things
is how we
to the-
change
on the brink of
absolutely
legality, yeah?
Everything. Thank
Such
you.
as
We're proud
harassing
to stand
people,
with you.
disclosing their private information.
Give yourselves a round of applause
You don't?
for coming here on the rain to send a strong message
see
to
your
the
face.
government that taxing the rich needs to be on the next government's agenda.
Oh, yeah, you have
It's
me.
not up to
All
President
pixelated
Trump's
now.
Labour Party to rule
Full
out
high
tax
definition.
reform. It is up to you, the voters. So if you want tax reform on the agenda, look up for the parties that are putting it and fighting for it. I want to thank all of you for showing up in the rain to actually make sure that you talk to your peers, talk to your communities, go out and door knock with your local candidates, because we're up against either the status quo or a right-wing government that will not only
Are you
not
listening
tax
to
the
any of
rich,
those words?
will cut public services.
That's
so we've got
why.
to fight back against that, and together I know that we can do it. So thank you for braving the rain. Thank you for coming today. Stay warm.
So you don't know what you are against because you're not listening. You don't know what you're against really because you're not listening. Because if you
That was the Green
listen,
Party.
then
They
you'd
want to
agree with
tax
us,
the rich.
right?
So, our next chant is
Pretty sure
tax
you
the
would agree with
wealth,
us.
fund our health. Tax our
Doesn't make sense
wealth,
if you think
tax
otherwise.
our wealth, tax our wealth, tax our wealth. Brilliant. And again, I
I'm
thought we'd
standing in
practice it
front of
again.
you.
Banks get bailed out.
I know you know, but I'm not going to move.
Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out. Prices up in
What are
every
we so
store,
funny about?
tax the rich, not the poor. Prices up in every store. Prices up in every store. Prices up in every store. Brilliant, got it. And next up we have Paul Stevens from the PBTA, the Post-Primary Teachers Association, the union for secondary teachers, who went on strike because they're not getting paid enough. Kia ora.
Kia ora, ngā mā haere mai. My name's Paul Stevens. I've been an activist both in education and in rainbow issues for the last 10 years. I've also been involved in the PBTA and I work as a teacher. I have been in the Labour Party too. But for the last year and a half, I've
What
had
is
to
it you don't
fight with
like?
them because they won't.
What
they
is it you
wouldn't
don't like
give
about all of
teachers
this?
a pay rise. They wouldn't give us a pay rise in
You're not
line
gonna
with
share with me.
inflation, which is all we were asking for. And now they're
Not gonna share
saying
with anyone?
we had a historic deal.
What are your page where you're active? I want to know your thoughts.
Inflation. Now, thinking about what to talk about today, I keep coming back to one line.
It's a little bit uncomfortable
that
that you come here and I hear, I don't know for sure, then you and your
The
partners
alternative to this is not only lonely, but it's
disclose
dangerous.
private things
And I
about
think we
people that are
need to call it
activists
out.
on this
I'm convinced,
political
and this
side.
will be my very long ago church background coming back to me, but
So I'm gonna
it
be
feels
uncomfortable to
spiritual
you.
to me, right? Because we have been inhaling an ideology of individualism for far too long.
You're a bit green though.
To the detriment
Your bandana's
of our
green.
society and our planet.
Environmentalist maybe, if it's not green
This
party.
is people we find them
You care for the
everywhere,
environment?
including on the left, who are only out for themselves, at the expense of others, and ultimately at the expense of the planet. Tell me,
Can I ask you what you're gonna do with this recording?
Sell a career
Gonna say?
or a successful business on an unlivable planet.
Why don't you listen to what
A transactional culture creates transactional politics when the environment only survives
Do you think about what's been
and
said?
thrives with reciprocity. So to repair the world, we all must start with ourselves. Ego has a lot to answer for, and we need to remember that the battle for an abundant future starts.
I want to know you because you've been annoying, or your partners have been annoying to people, disclosing their private information. Is that true or it's a lie?
But there are too
If I
many
misheard,
around
thank
us.
you. If I misheard, was that just
There are too many
bullshit
around
or
us
it's true?
who don't look around themselves. Who
brink
sometimes
of
don't
legality.
look around themselves.
Preventing pay by disclosing their private things.
On everyone
What are you
else.
trying to do?
This is surely
You and your
a
partners,
form
yeah?
of the worst kind of madness. Somehow,
I'm not leaving you because you're putting a lot of people into a lot of uncomfort. Sorry? Did you say something? No, I don't leave. I don't leave. I don't mean your personal space, but what you've been doing, what they said you've been doing, or your partners, is not cool. I would like to know what your page is. I also would like to follow you. I'm not going to disclose your private things, but at least I know what you think about things such as this. You know, social issues, environmental issues, financial issues, political issues, politicians that get advantage, institutions that don't do their job for the well of the most. I want to know what you think about these things. Educational system, healthcare system. What do you think about these things? We should benefit from these things. Sorry, dude. I would like to know what you think about those things. I would like to have a talk with you. I know I've been a bit imposing, but I would like to know a bit about what you think about these things. What do you think about these things? Can I help you? No. Okay.
Now's not the time. Now's not the time for a fall.
What do you think about these things? The camera is off. Can we speak about that? What do you think about these things? Whatever wing you are, it doesn't matter. What do you think about these things? Why do you come here, so people? You didn't hassle, but you've been taking videos of people's faces constantly. I don't want to go into conceit because this is a protest, so everybody can just take pictures of everybody else. It's public, yeah, public space. Yeah. But you're limited in what you can do after that, you know, such as just divulgating the videos. What hassles you about this protest? Please tell me, what hassles you about this protest? What is wrong about this protest? I'm not even. Is that? Do you hate communists? See, I'm not communist. But what does he do? What does he say? Who is he partners? What are his partners? Sorry? Films people. But that's good. It's good to film this protest. Like, it's awesome. But there's nothing to hide or nothing that you cannot say in the video. But there's something else. There's another agenda about this. Yeah. No. Thank you for coming. Like, I would like to know if I was like, are you listening? And he's like, no. So you don't know what you're against even. Do you know? What is the hassle?
Intimidating vibes. Like, we're here to talk, man.
Well, I've gone intimidating, so if he chose not to talk to me, I can see that because I've gone intimidating.
Stuff before just being intimidating.
And this is because ultimately ownership is all. We have a system which sees ownership as everything, but what is it? It's not necessarily what you have or what you work with, or even necessarily that you created it. It's numbers on a screen and
I really don't want to let you go because I want to know more, and it's mostly. Can you say it's like wrong what I heard, that you hassle people and disclose their private things? People that are activists, such as people in this crowd? Is that true? Is that true? Give me a sign, is that true? Is that true you do that? Yes, you do. It's on the verge of legality. You have to be really, really cautious, hippie. Really, really cautious. Really careful. Really careful, hippie. It's not a threat, I'm just saying be careful. A lot of bad can happen to you because if you do illegal things and put people in danger, yeah? There's consequences. So be really careful,
We need
hippie.
time to create. We need time to see the system for what it is. We need time to eat, to love. We need time to
Oh, you don't like it? You don't like it? I'm mental. Okay, I'm mental. I'm mental. So it's not true. So are we talking with gestures? It's not true what you do, what your partners do. Is it true or not? Are you actually a menace? Are you threatening? You intimidating? Is that what you said? No, because you're just listening to your video. What do you do with these videos? Where's my face? Who's gonna see my face and my words and my voice? Who's gonna see this?
And that's what money really is too.
Who's gonna see this stuff? Who are you gonna divulge this with?
From all of us by
Where are you gonna put this video?
unpaid taxes
I would like to
and
see myself
unpaid wages.
where you've been like,
We're expecting
who are you sharing this with?
to produce,
Who's the
to
party? Who's the
reproduce,
organisation?
to work,
Who are they?
to run a household, to run a household,
It doesn't matter if it's like a
to be upstanding
party,
citizens,
like a
but we don't
whatever
give them
fascist party.
time
I want to
live.
know what is your take on things.
We uphold an economic model, eating the world
If you're
alive.
taking my picture
We
and my
watch this
voice and-
here in front of our eyes, and it's easy to sit back and go, it's just the way it is. Numbers on the screen. It's a way of allocating resources, a way of understanding the world. And it's what Buddhist philosopher Alan Watson says, worshipping a measuring ruler. Worshipping a ruler. It's measuring something and taking the ruler to be with you. It's here the thing itself. So we need to decide what kind of world we want to live in, but also if we want to have a world at all. And what about Ekanawa? We are all in this together, and it's about time it's about time we finally realise the implications of this. So comrades, I will finish with the words of Gilbert Thomas. Do not go gently into that good night. Rage against the dying of the light. New Zealand and McDonald's, all the factories down here are sick of paying tax. We're sick of paying tax and the rich don't pay their fair share. And it's the working class that have to pay for everything in this country. We can no longer do it. Right? People have to make choices between fuel bills, food bills, and the rent, and we can't do it anymore. And no matter who's elected in the next few months, this movement needs to keep on the street. We've got a cost of living crisis. We've got a housing crisis. We've got a health crisis. We've got a climate crisis. And none of this is going to be solved overnight. But we need to tax the rich now. They have to pay their fair share. We got homeless people up and down this street. And it's disgusting. We saw it during COVID. We saw it during the lockdowns that we could take care of everybody. If the rich paid their fair share, there would be no hunger in this world. There would be no homelessness in this world. We could cut the working week so parents could spend more time with their children. We would have less regulation and people could live lives that actually had some joy and happiness in them.
that we actually have some extra income so we can save. But that's not the reality for the working poor. We're sick of the rich. We're sick of this mess that they've made. We want houses. We want affordable food. We want education for our children, not to burn down, no matter what class background we're from. If you're from Manway, you're from South Auckland, you're very right to go to university as much as the rich kids. So we want free education. We want a health service. Pay our nurses, pay our teachers, pay our workers. And the rich, you pay your way. You pay your way. You lose the election. Sorry, you want to say something?
You guys are about to lose the election. Right. So sorry about that.
And why do you think you lose the election?
Everyone is free around the city. You don't even achieve it.
I'm Ireland, I'm Ireland. I've worked here for 25 years, organized and working for. Yes, we pay you all the taxes. You are.
Yes, I'm paying taxes.
Competition. But yeah, what do you work at? Do you think you pay far too much tax?
Yes.
Why do you pay tax and other people don't? But do you think you pay far too much tax? Do you?
Well, I think taxes.
So would you be in favor of paying less tax if the wage paid their fair share?
No, I think we can all pay less taxes. That's
So if we all pay less tax, what we say to the nurses here who are facing cutbacks in the health service? Okay, we're getting somewhere. So if National and ACT are elected, they say that they're going to cut billions in tax. That means that we're going to probably have to cut some of these teachers and some of these nurses, yes?
no.
Do you think that workers are paid far too much? Would you be in favor of abolishing tax for people under a certain income level?
Well, I think you can do a tax
They do, yeah, and the capital gains tax goes as well. Do you hear of that? Well, it looks like we got a lot in common here, right? Thank you very much, sir. What do you do?
Good luck.
I'm not standing for election. Thank you very much. All right, give us that right of the north.
And so what we're going to do next, we're going to change up our meeting order, our run sheet rather, because of the rain. And so we're just going to walk, we're going to march down out here and have a few more people at the end, and we're going to make it all up. Okay. So follow the bus.
Wheels on the bus go round.
Hipkins, listen here. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
The government is not doing anything. They spend our money to
Tax the wealth, fund our house. Tax the wealth,
Fund our house.
tax the wealth,
Fund our house.
tax the wealth,
Fund our house.
tax the wealth,
Fund our house.
tax the house. Billionaires are causing grief while we campaign to fix our teeth. Billionaires are causing grief. Billionaires are causing grief while we campaign to fix our teeth. Billionaires are causing grief.
We campaign to fix our teeth.
Billionaires are causing grief.
We campaign to fix our teeth.
Billionaires are causing grief.
We campaign to fix our teeth.
Tax the wealth, fund our house. Tax the wealth,
Fund our house.
tax the wealth,
Fund our house.
tax the wealth,
Fund our house.
tax the wealth.
Fund our house.
Prices up in every store. Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich, not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
They say cut back.
We say fight back.
They say cut back.
We say fight back.
They say cut back.
We say fight back.
Cut back.
Fight back.
Cut back.
Fight back.
Cut back. Cut back.
Fight back. Fight back.
Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich!
Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich.
Tax the rich!
Tax the rich. Tax the rich.
Billionaires are causing grief. We got Billionaires are causing grief.
We campaign to fix our teeth.
Billionaires are causing grief.
We campaign to fix our teeth.
Billionaires are causing grief.
We campaign to fix our teeth.
Prices up in every store. Tax the rich.
Not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich, not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich, not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich, not the poor.
Banks get bailed out. We get sold out. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out. Banks get bailed out. We get sold out.
Tax the rich, not the poor. 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 causing grief. Billionaires are causing grief. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out. Join, welcome to the court. We will be your working for. Join, welcome to the court. Chris Hipkins, listen here. Our tax system isn't fair. Chris Hipkins, listen here. Chris Hipkins, listen here. Chris Hipkins, listen here. Chris Hipkins, listen here. It's the rules. Back up. Tax the what? Tax the what?
Not the poor!
Tax the what?
Not the poor!
Tax the what? Tax the what? Tax the what? Tax the what?
rich and not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
They say cut back, we say fight back. They say cut back,
We say fight back.
they say cut back.
We say fight back.
They say cut back.
We say fight back.
Fight back. Cut back. Cut back.
Fight, fight, fight back.
Prices up in every store. Tax the rich, not the poor. Prices up in every store. Tax the rich,
Not the poor.
prices up in every store.
Tax the rich, not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich, not the poor. It's a nice jingle, eh? It's a really nice jingle. Tax the rich.
Toys, welcome to the car. Tax the rich, not the poor.
It's catchy. It's catchy. Sticks to the bone.
Toys, welcome to the car. We will be your working poor. Tax the toys, welcome to the car. We will be your working poor. Tories, welcome to the car. We will be your working poor. Tories, welcome to the car. We will be your working poor. Tories, welcome to the car. Tories, welcome to the car. Tories, welcome to the car. Tax the rich, not the poor. Tax the rich,
Not the poor.
tax the rich,
Not the poor.
tax the rich,
Not the poor.
tax the rich,
Not the poor.
tax the rich.
Not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
Prices up in every store.
Tax the rich and not the poor.
Banks get bailed out. We get sold out. Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Millionaires are causing grief on weekend fees and fix our teeth. Millionaires are causing grief.
sold out.
Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
The tax system is. Tax system is.
Pretty
The
fast.
tax system is.
Pretty
The
fast.
tax system is.
Pretty fast.
The supermarketer. The supermarketer. The supermarketer. The supermarketer. The big banks are. The big banks are. The big banks are. The big banks are. So tax the rich. Tax the rich. Let's tax the rich. Let's stop taking working people anymore. So tax the rich. Let's tax the rich. Let's tax the rich. Stop taxing working people anymore. Put the landlords on the dole. What do we want? Rent control. Put the landlords on the dole. What do we want? Rent control. Put the landlord. What do we want? Put the landlord. What do we want? Put the landlord. Put the landlord. Put the landlord. What do we want? System change, not climate change. System change. System change. System change. System change. System change. What do we want? Tax justice. When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out. Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Banks get bailed out.
We get sold out.
Hey, your workers. Pay your workers. Pay your taxes. Pay your workers.
Oh, I'm just trying to pick. Doesn't matter, he's giving us free media, so.
All the banks are ripping us off. All the banks are
I'm actually
ripping us
grateful.
off. All the banks.
Just trying to make sure people's faces
All
are
the
good.
supermarkets. All the supermarkets.
Silver, gold, and
All the supermarkets.
I really need to. Here's it. I've been looking
Tax
for
the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich.
I tried to go to one McDonald's that doesn't have a bathroom.
Homes
and
for all.
apparently.
Homes for all. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Tax the rich. Fuck landlords. Fuck landlords. Fuck landlords. Tax the rich.
Do we know where this is
Tax
going to be
the rich.
broadcast, or are you already live casting?
Fuck
It says that
landlords.
we'd like to share it
let's finish off with for the millions, not the billionaires. For the millions! For the millions! For the millions! For the millions! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! We don't need them anymore! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! We don't need them anymore! So I'm going to give you some things and you're going to tell me we're going to tax the rich. Right. Build more houses! Pay the nurses! Pay the teachers! Public transport! Homes for all! Pay the nurses! Pay the teachers! Pay the firefighters! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! We don't need them! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! We don't need them! We don't need them! We don't need them! We don't need them! The workers united! The workers united! The workers united! The workers united! Homes for all! Pay the nurses! Pay the teachers! Build the houses! Alright guys, we've got one big group shot of us. So we get the tax the rich march. Banner, basically. Everybody get behind the tax the rich banner with all your placards. Big picture. All the big tall people with flags at the back.
If you don't want your face, you can
Awesome, the first march of the election season! And the best march too. Got some great people. Give it up for Reggie, the leader of the Sea Unite Union in Sky City. And our comrade Sharon over there. We've got a multicultural workforce all together, working really hard as a cleaner. Reggie was one of our essential workers that were praised during pandemic times. Now living below the living wage. Give Sky City a boom.
Yes, so we're all going to get a picture here, first off. So if everyone could just pose for a picture, that'd be great. Back up, scrunch it together. The camera's up the front. Here. Come on everyone, come for a picture. Hey, everyone to say, tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Tax the rich! Brilliant everyone. So, we'll probably, what we'll do is we'll probably just get some speakers up here and then we can actually maybe we should all do it out there. So maybe we'll just, yeah, that way. And everyone, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay. our first speaker is Marama Davidson. Great, where's Marama?
Ricardo and Steve Abel, haru mai. Kia ora koutou katoa, kia ora koutou katoa. Marama Davidson, a co-leader of the Green Party. What we know that we can have is an Aotearoa that truly does make sure everyone has what they need to live good lives. We can have an income guarantee that is paid for by taxing wealth. We can have a massive upscale of public, affordable and community housing that is accessible for all of us. We can have free dental for everyone. We can have an Aotearoa that actually returns land that was wrongfully taken back to tangata whenua. We can have an Aotearoa that gives everyone a payment so that we have warm, dry, healthy homes that also slash your power bills and climate pollution. We can have these things. We have got enough to make sure that we have an Aotearoa that our mokopuna deserve today and 7 generations ahead. Don't believe anyone who says that now is not the time. Ko tēnei te wā, now is the time.
The time is now.
The time is now. The time is now to bring back our voice. Look, what we have to be really clear about, all of the oppressions that have resulted in the rich and the wealth being held in the hands of the few, all of the oppression that has colonised and stolen land and language from Indigenous peoples, all of the oppression that has built a world that does not include access for disabled people, all the oppression that tries to make sure that people's hatred and anger is towards those without any power or resource, all of those oppressions are absolutely linked. You can choose what political leadership you want for this country. You can choose a political leadership that stands against violence rather than incites violence towards the Ministry of Pacific Peoples and so many other groups. You can choose a country that knows that it is simply unjust, that seeks justice to spread wealth and power and resource where it needs to go. There are no excuses for what people are missing out on today. There are no excuses to not protect our climate. We can make sure we have not just reduced emissions, but overturned the entire economic system so that it actually nourishes Papatuanuku and people instead of extracting from her on the backs of 99%. We can have an Aotearoa that understands the importance of protecting our hauraki and moana all around Aotearoa, that understands the importance of ensuring that our waters and rivers are clean, that our soils are clean and can grow for the many next generations to come. And importantly, we can only have that Aotearoa if we make sure that everyone has what they need to live with dignity and pride and thrive and not just survive. Tēnā koutou katoa, kia ora.
Kia ora. Next off we have... next we have Ed Miller from First Unit to talk about bank profit.
Kia ora koutou katoa, ko e runga aho, nice to see you. I'm Ed from First Unit. We're the union for workers in the retail, finance, transport and logistics industry. On our walk up here, you will have noticed we walked past the Westpac Bank. 2 weeks ago, 900 Westpac workers from around the country walked off the job after they'd been offered a real wage cut by Westpac. Apparently Westpac don't have any money. Which is funny, because last year Westpac made $1.05 billion in profit after tax. Westpac then sent $800 million to their Australian shareholders. If you want to know how much $800 million is, that's about equal to all of the new spending in the most recent budget, Budget 2023. It's a huge amount of money. The temerity of Westpac to say that to workers. Disgusting, our members. In fact, the day after Westpac workers walked off the job, the Commerce Commission released a preliminary report saying that New Zealand banks are among the most profitable banks in the world. In fact, the only country that has more profitable banks, Canada, levied a for-profit tax on their banks in 2021. Treasury recently released documents saying that that's not going to work in New Zealand. There's no such thing as a windfall profit tax. Why? Because our banks always generate supernormal profits. That's Treasury's words. And if you want to know what supernormal profits look like, in the last decade, the big four foreign-owned banks that operate in this country generated $46.8 billion in profit after tax. $46.8 billion that should have been going into income support for our communities, should have been going into preventing the spread of preventable diseases, should have been going into health, should have been going into preventing climate breakdown. Those banks then sent $36 billion to the offshore parent companies in Australia. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Which is why I want you guys to join with me to reflect a chant that I was putting up before, saying, all the banks are ripping us off! All the banks are! All the banks are! All the banks are! Westpac is! AFB is! BNZ is! ASB is! When the Commerce Commission first announced that we were going to have an inquiry into bank profits, First Union came out saying that we needed to levy an immediate extra 10% levy on bank profits so that that money could go into housing, health, preventing climate chaos, and maybe funding some of the devastation that we'd seen down in the Hawke's Bay at the time. That should be a start, a very first step. We need to regulate our banks. So instead of ripping us off, they become institutions that can benefit our people, institutions that ensure we can have a sustainable future. All the banks are! All the banks are! And that's why we need a tax system that stops ripping us off.
Yes, we need tax system that stops ripping us off. Next up, I have Mikey Brendorf from the New Zealand Nurses Organisation.
Kia ora, my name's Mikey Brendorf. I work at Nurse Practitioner in West Auckland. I'm here on behalf of NZNO, our nurses union that represents 55,000 healthcare workers across the system. In healthcare, we are seeing directly on the front lines the impacts of underfunding and of inequality. What that means is that we are seeing people whose lives are being put at risk every day because of the political inaction and the lack of political will to tax the rich. Almost every day we're encountering stories and the most heartbreaking scenarios that you can imagine that are coming about solely because we refuse to fund our healthcare system and we refuse to fund our social system. some of this stuff just never kind of leaves your mind. Like, I remember this one mom bringing her 8-week-old baby into my clinic who was lying floppy in her arms, face completely blue, lungs full of mucus solely because a state house was moldy and cold and damp. And that baby ended up spending 9 weeks in ICU, and the ICU report made it 100% clear that the only reason that baby got sick was because of an unsafe public housing. And this is stuff that's happening, and this is tragedies that are happening solely and exclusively because we are refusing to enact fair taxation, we're refusing to address inequality, and we're refusing to fund a healthcare system which, despite what the minister says, is in crisis. We're missing 6,000 nurses from our healthcare system. Every nurse missing is a surgery that's not happening to save the lives of your loved ones. This is real life and death stuff. It's not about us just being greedy and wanting to get some of that money from the wealthy. This is about life or death situations that we can prevent if we tax the rich. That's probably all I got to say.
Next year, Carol Cohen from Extension Rebellion.
Tēnā koutou katoa. Hey, wonderful people being here on this wet, winter, miserable day. This gives me so much heart for the change that we need. I don't know about you. I love our society, I love our people, I love our land, but I am enraged. How dare they? They knew, second guys, 20, 30 years ago, that the fossil fuel sector was going to cause the climate crisis that we are living in. In this country, we have people who have died. We have climate refugees. We call them internally displaced. No, 300 families who are struggling for somewhere to live because of the floods and the cyclone. We have had droughts, we have had fires. I don't know if you're watching what's happening overseas. The fires in Canada, the fires in Europe, the fires in all around the world that are happening, the floods, the droughts. We are heading to societal chaos. We have been trying to do something about this for 20, 30 years. I'm seeing some of the old activists here. That we have signed petitions, we've lobbied, we've marched. I hope all of you are going to go home feeling good that you've been out here today. But no, it is not enough. Some of us are taking very direct, disruptive, non-violent action. I'm really proud of the fact that the court is so upset with me and 6 others that I have to go to the police station 3 times a week so that I'm not down on Wellington sitting on a motorway disrupting business as usual. We need more and more and more of us doing that. So Extinction Rebellion has led the edge of taking this non-violent direct action. Restore Passenger Rail has picked up that particular banner. So if you want to feel that it's within your ability to do more, to step up more, okay, let's get a good green presence in Parliament. It's going to make our struggle. It's going to make our struggle easier. Let's get a good presence of Te Pāti Māori in. But that will not be enough. We have to be prepared to do more. So all of you, I hope you're going to go out and talk to your family and friends with love and rage. Rage at the system and love with your friends that they need to get out and vote for the climate, regardless of what that means in their electorate. And then join the activist group that means the best to you and get out there and be disruptive join groups and don't put up with this bullshit. Thank you.
Shoulder, and our last speaker is
former Green Party colleagues. I have to say I was so impressed by the Green Party's consistency, which is actually putting what we're talking about here into practice. It was a big win for the Greens. So kia ora, they were part of getting that policy through. Certainly defined my vote this election. Kia ora, friends. But I guess we're here today because we're talking about redistribution. We're talking about capitalism, and these are things we're not supposed to talk about. I think only Te Pāti Māori and the Greens are talking about in the Parliament, and I know that many of us, including me, suffer from, probably not so much people here, but many people I'm aware of suffer from cynicism and defeatism about the parliamentary system, about the political parties in there, despite the seeds of hope we may see. But I think it's so important, whatever our background, wherever we stand on the left, on the anti-capitalist, beyond capitalist left, that we actually get out and vote this time round. I had the dubious pleasure of sharing the green room at TV3 a couple of weeks ago with David Seymour. And as a result of having to do a critique of Seymour in person, I read all their election policies. I don't know if anyone else has done that, but it's absolutely horrifying. Just in the area of welfare and benefits alone, which they haven't had much publicity about, but they're talking about income management, which means basically most beneficiaries will not have control of their incomes. The state will have control, as has happened in Northern Territory and Australia. It's absolutely dreadful, much as all their other policies. So we have this huge threat of ACT having an influence on the next government. This threat can't be underestimated. Which is why I'm encouraging everyone to vote, apart from all the other reasons. But I think it's so good to see people back out on the street with this kind of agenda again. But the election's going to come and go in a couple of months. I hope some of my friends here will be back in there fighting hard, but it's going to be just as important that we're out here organising, as Carol and others in the unions have been talking about today. It's so important that we have organisations that continue to bring these issues together, that clearly show the links between poverty, society, ecology and the climate crisis, between wanting to live in a tiriti grounded Aotearoa, that all these things are about justice across the board and are about changing the system. And I look forward to the day when a lot of us will actually be mobilised together to organise and bring a whole lot more people into this struggle. And that's how it's going to be our job after the election. Kia ora, kia kaha, kia manua nui, kia mau.
Eligible Elliot here has lost his voice, but on behalf of System Change Aotearoa, thanks so much to everyone who came on this rainy day. We organised this Tax the Rich march really because all of the major problems in our society are caused by the greed of the top 1%. Climate change, poverty, the housing crisis, extreme inequality, it's all connected by the likes of capitalism and colonisation. And we can only fight back if we fight the system which caused the rich to become so wealthy in the first place. The movement to fight back starts today. Thank you all. And so I just want to let you know that our next event is a public meeting at Unite Union on the 7th of September, which is our Keep Out the Coalition Cuts. So follow System Change on Facebook and Twitter to find out more information. Thanks again, everyone, and have a good weekend.